Welcome back. In the health sector, as physicians continue, across the country, continue to commemorate the Physicians 2016 week, medical practitioners in Ondo State have staged a peaceful protest to demand the implementation of the National Health Act by the federal government. The doctors, under the aegis of the Nigerian Medical Association, carried placards with different inscriptions to make their demands known. The chairman, NMA Ondo State, who led the protesters, laments the non-implementation of the National Health Bill since it was passed into law in 2014.
To draw the attention of the government at all tiers to the fact that the National Health Act is the way to go. So we must quickly put on record that this act is not only to protect the interests of the health workers alone, but also the heads of the Nigerians in general. It is contained in there, in the rule of engagement between the health workers and the patients, between each of the hospitals and governments. The issue of standardization of hospitals is very, very crucial now. And at a point like this that we're having economic recession, you will all agree with me, sir, that this is the time that government needs to quickly come in and take over as far as the issue of the health sector is concerned, so that people are not continuously being allowed to pay out of their pockets.
Also in the Southwest, the 8th session of the National Council on Industry, Trade and Investment has ended in Abeokuta, the Ogun State capital, with decisions reached on 4 thematic areas of the economy: issues of increase in internal and external trade, ease of doing business, and downward review of business registration fees. Strategic partnership with private sector in the development of critical sectors of the economy took center stage at the 4-day meeting.
This master plan for diversification and the growth of the Nigerian economy is to work with private and development capital firms to leverage resources in order to achieve set targets. Council therefore urged: 1. States, local governments and other stakeholders should collaborate with the federal government on the ease of doing business initiatives. Secondly, that the implementation of the development of 9 transmission lines be fast-tracked to boost the manufacturing and industrial sector. And therefore, the Council approved as follows: 1. That state commissioners of Commerce and Industry should be part of the Presidential Enabling Business Environment Council to enable states buy-in and speed up necessary reforms to improve the ease of doing business. Secondly, that state governments should undertake reforms to facilitate the process of making land documentation and business registration seamless. Thirdly, the Council approved the adoption of a unified standard weights and measures to check standard weights and measures across the country.
Into the education sector, the College of Education, Ilarogun, which has been engulfed in internal crisis that paralyzed academic activities in the institution since January 2016, has been opened by the Osun State government. Speaking to Channels Television, the chairman, House Committee on Education of the State House of Assembly, Honorable Folorunsho Bamishayemi, says collective decisions were taken on the opening of the schools in the interests of the states based on reports of the visitation panels, personal audit teams, and findings of the House of Assembly Committee on Education. Meanwhile, the leadership of the Academic Staff Union will not take the order of the government. They say the workers are not ready to go back to classes until the request for the dissolution of the governing council is met.
Our appeal to the staff is to reopen, to resume work. We're also appealing to students to go back to school, stay calm. Nobody should take any law into their own hands, and we should shun anything that can wreck, the progress of the school. So we're appealing to the lecturers to please go back to school. Government has reopened the school with immediate effect. They should go back. They should leave every other decision concerning the appointees of the government to the government. You don't dictate to government what government will do. government will act at its own time and at its own speed. And I believe the government will look into every allegation carefully. And if it is established that they are true, government knows what to do.
It's not the government that closed down the school. The school is not even closed down. So there's no way the government will say the school should reopen. The staff, we are still at duty, but the only thing is that we are only trying to go on a sit-down strike. Before the workers will resume, as far as the law is concerned, number one, let us see how far they have gone about disengaged staff. Number two, let it be told to the whole world that the man disturbing the peace of Osun State College of Education in Ogun, that is Mr. Niyakande, is removed or reposted. Even for that one alone, people will resume tomorrow.
And that's where we leave it for this edition of News Across Nigeria, where we tell you what's happening across the country. Many thanks for watching from all of us here. I'm Olumide Macaulay. See you again.